Perhaps my child is not such a fool. Kindred blood and all.
An epidemic, Burak. Plague. And if it's the sand plague that smothered 300 of my workers 5 years ago, then it's serious. Very serious, my boy. Your father saved us back then. But now I need you at hand. Do I make myself clear? What epidemic? Sand plague, sand pest, as we called it back then. Lethal. Everyone who got sick died. No survivors. And contagious, Burak. Very much so. How do you know it's the same thing? That's of no concern to you, Burak. Everything important that could be done, I've done already. There will be a fund. There will be a headquarters. Intrigues, sleepless nights. Everyone here thinks they're crucial to defeating the outbreak, but they're scared. Mistaken. What can they tell you? I'm a doctor, I need the full picture. So you have some time on your hands. Then go to each of them. Talk to 1, 2, 3 people, fill your head with minutia. Well, time is running out. Your time. 7 empty conversations. You don't need them. I can tell you all you need to know. Fair enough. I'm not big on chatter. No, that's alright. I'll manage. An hour of talking is fine. Let me in.
A soul moves like a slow spring. The harder you stretch it, the faster it contracts when released.
The hospital will be set up in the theater. Possible infected will be examined there every day. The disease will be studied, and we'll even try curing it. They say there's no cure for the sand pest, but Dr. Dankovsky still has hope. And what does that mean for me? It means that the theater is your place now. Your real home. Tend to the sick, and dissect the dead. Work night and day to find a cure for this accursed plague. In that cesspool of infection? You'll have one fewer doctor in a couple of days. But you are Olgimski's private doctor now, aren't you? I guess he'll object then, or even forbid you to risk your life. Fair enough. My life just became very precious.
Cold. That's growing old.
If it's the same sickness, all measures are pointless. Wishful thinking, delusional actions. For it's clear what we're dealing with. Fire from heaven. The great flood. No one shall be spared save for the 10 righteous men. But we need to fight, that's what makes life meaningful, whatever's left of it. Forget the plague. You can't affect it. Think of yourself, not of the disease. Search your soul. Are you a righteous man? Or are you one of the cattle for whom the slaughter? Whom will it kill? And whom will it spare, and why? This is the curious question which must be answered. By me, Doctor, not you. It is a curious thought, true. I'll consider it.
No, I can't stand it much longer.
The 3 ruling families will recruit volunteers to observe order. The dangerous districts will be cordoned off. Entry or exit will not be possible. Any crime against health or property will be punished immediately. What does that mean for me? You're a doctor, so you have privilege. Unlike others, you are allowed entry and, more importantly, exit from infected areas. We rely on your responsibility. If you discover you're infected, you won't attempt to conceal or spread it, correct? If only it could be figured out at once.
Curse the bear for eating the cow. Curse the cow for jumping the fence.
This is humiliating. Father purposefully charges me with tasks that present our family in the ugliest possible light. Supplying the fund with adequate food and medicine is clearly impossible. My efforts here are futile. Why? Going door to door and seizing people's stockpiles of medicine and food? Insanity. They won't hand it over, of course. They barely have anything left. How did this happen? No one knows why the train is almost a month late. We've maintained regular shipments of meat and skins. So where's our pay? Where's the regular supply train? We're on the brink of starvation. There are no stocks left, which means everyone's on their own now, and I will have to kneel in front of my father and take responsibility for this fiasco. Got it. The early bird gets the worm.
I'm at my rope's end. I can't take it anymore.
Well, I guess the sentimental bout with old friends is cancelled. Time to work. Drop that sarcasm, will you? I know what you're thinking. You want to look for the murderer, avenge your father. Forget it. Let me handle it. I'll do it better than you. Father would want you to work, not seek vengeance. Work in his stead. Let you handle it? Why in the world? You failed him. You hesitated and left him in trouble. In my book, you have forfeited your right to revenge. Leave it to me. I can do better. And you, well, you're a better doctor than me. No. You're no longer a surgeon, you're a pharmacist. I'm better at dissecting people in all senses, Burak. But to create an infusion like Isidore did, that requires your intuition, your hands. It gives me no pleasure to admit all this, but it's true. Spare me your lectures, Stach.
I'm no positivist. There are things in this world beyond our mundane perception.
Burak, the situation is regretful. I just didn't have time to warn you. This was ugly of you. Well, let's get down to business. We have 3 doctors in town. 4 if we count the deranged girl who claims to have a healing touch. Rubbish, of course, but she has a lot of energy and she knows a thing or two, so it won't hurt to let her work. And Burak, allow me to be frank. Shoot. Where did you graduate? What are your qualifications? Do you have a degree? Medical school. Burak, I want you to become my aide. Our primary goal is developing a vaccine. You're local and enterprising. I need your help. A vaccine? We wouldn't finish that until after the whole town is extinct. What an amazing breakthrough for your resume, right? Other towns like this one exist, you know. If this disease is half as lethal as the outbreak 5 years ago, this place is doomed. Other people can still be saved, or perhaps you have better suggestions. Just say it. What do you want from me? I will make the vaccine, but I can't do it without you. All you need to do is be at hand and do as I say. I will take full responsibility for the situation. Perhaps I'll drop by. If I have the time.
An umbilical cord connects the Earth and the cosmos. It is a ladder, a spring, a bowstring. It is you.
It's spreading across Earth, the lower town, between the gullet and the abattoir. Thanks, Judge. I know what part of town is called Earth. 2 architects live in Earth, Andre and Peter Stamatin, both geniuses, each in his own way. Please take them into your care. You could let the whole town die, but these two must survive. Why? Because you won't find mines like theirs anywhere else on the whole continent. We hunted them for much too long. My brother Simon collected many brilliant specimens in this town, you know. It is an art. Why don't you take care of them then? You were a doctor. You took the oath. Alright, I'll keep an eye on them. Peter lives in a loft in the Tanners. Andre, though, really leaves the Broken Heart, his pub below the factory. I put my hopes on you, Doctor. Pay them a visit as soon as you can. I'll take a look. The town is calling to me. I need to check up on Peter Stamatin, Andre Stamatin, and I need to pay a visit to the lair. Let's save our game. This could go sideways. An outbreak of an odd disease turned everything upside down. I wonder what lies ahead. Tomorrow will be very different from what I expected. It's all because of the damned war. We're losing it. The train that came in June was the last. I just know it. We're not seeing another one. It's not like we're on an island in the middle of the ocean. That's exactly how it is. Oh, come on. We've been cut off from the world all alone. Food supplies are dwindling. I'm not even talking about medicine. Where are we to get more? And now our only competent doctor is gone. This winter will be the end of our town. We've cows and we have bulls, not to mention stores of meat in the warehouses. I hope you're right, but the coming winter will be harsh, mark my words. In times like these, it becomes apparent just how childish we are, so dependent on that umbilical cord on the noble families. Without them, we're done for. Our town can't stand on its own. It can feed others, but can't support itself. When threatened, people tend to get their shit together. Maybe towns are like that too? They're not. Ah. Hmm. Should be going up on a playground soon. Maybe the children will have something to eat. They've got morphine. Good eye. They've got an egg. Beetle and marbles. What a trying time. What a trying time. Smoked fish. Big boy Buraks. Gotta eat. And we've already lost our entire supply of little things that children like. Ay, ay, ay. Bad bargains. This could be okay. I do have 2 bandage already, though. Pimmica. They'll trade a medril for it. But I've got people to see. What is our route? Straight. Left. Around the corner. This district is infected. Listen carefully. I'll explain what you need in order to stay alive. Go ahead. Immunity is your armor. It gets thinner each time you contract the disease. So it would do you good to keep an eye on it. Take pills. You know the drill. But it's not healthy to take too many pills. Infected air lowers your immunity. Slowly but constantly, simply because you're breathing it in. That's not the worst part. What is? An infected person's touch, or touching infected surfaces like doorknobs or drawers. Also, sometimes it feels like the pest breathes on you. Breathes? How? I'm not a doctor, Master Burak. I'm a common orderly, scared witless. I'm only describing a dream I had. But this pest, it's like it's alive. It speaks, breathes, and whoa if it breathes on you. Why is it always about prophetic dreams in this town? Anyway, all those touches melt your immunity worse than air, like a hot knife through butter. Then there's a tumor. A tumor? Like a cancerous growth. The infection that accumulates inside your body. Checking if you're ready for it. If the world starts to go black before your eyes, escape the infected area before it envelops everything. But if the darkness gives way, that means it's lost interest in you. For now. Have you taken Twarane, pal? Oral disinfection, huh? Katarina Saburova? Eva Young. Petus Tomatin in danger. Uh-oh. Plague throwing Khmer Khmers. Alas. No time to hang around out. This person lives, but mortal peril looms. The sandpest chokes their district, floods the streets. I can see that. Immunity protects each person here. Some have a long one, others but a short. The span of one's is long and others short. What? I never thought immunity could be measured in centimeters. A dice roll makes a clearer picture, sir. At midnight, Death will roll his dice to see if he rolls high. This one will perish. If he rolls low, they live one day more. Your part, Burak, is but to adjust the odds. To the maximum. To some degree. If the dice has 6 sides, you can at times be guaranteed a 5. As in, Death always has a chance to win with 6. But even Death can't guarantee a 6. It can't always, but it often does. A store-bought cure or tincture borrowed from herbs would help them stay alive another day. Lucky me. I happen to have some. Near human, you must act. These dull cocoons may one day become real and need your help. They're not dolls, they're people just like me. And one more thing, the plague moves stealthily. It has no need to speak of its arrival in a place. When plagues by windows, people are at risk. But on the morrow, other districts will be touched, and you must find them out yourself. So watch the town's condition close, Burak. It's not dice, then. It's hide and seek. Want to look at that for later? Looks promising.
A man's nerves can only take so much. Your face is all blurry. Are you sick or something?
I should have left this godforsaken place 2 years ago. Get clean and move away for good. But I have no spine. I'm not a real man. Cannot leave her behind. Leave whom behind? The tower. My precious tower. The locals call her the polyhedron, referring to her as it, as if she were inanimate. But for me, she is alive and female, and I can't abandon her. I have to gaze upon her again and again to convince myself she exists. So it was you who thought up that thing. Peter Sturmatum. I am considered responsible for her creation, but I'm not God to completely defy gravity. It's happenstance. Such a tower shouldn't be. It breaks the laws of physics. Laws of optics as well. Just a coincidence. How does it stand? That's what I'm pondering right now. How does she stand indeed? Like a rose on its stem. Whatever. This is not why I'm here. Listen, what's your name? Artemi Burak. Why have you come? Prophylaxis. You're in a plague district. Listen, Doctor. You should check on Anna, too. She's a circus artist who lives nearby. She's misophobic. I'm worried she might lose it completely these days. She's an interesting one. Be a pity if she died or went nuts. A misophobic circus artist. Now, that's something. What is misophobic? Pardon me. Misophobia. Extreme irrational fear of dirt or contamination. Wouldn't say that's so irrational. What's the path? Turn left, then right, then left, then left again.
Yeah?
What do you want? Don't touch me! Stay away! I'm not touching you. Are your hands clean? I'm not going to touch you. Stop yelling. You've touched the doorknob. So what? Microbes are transmitted with touch. They stay on the skin. Evil is transmitted with touch too, and it stays on the skin. Fate is transmitted with touch. All this dirt changes you, killing you slowly. This is so repulsive. Calm down, please. I don't want to even think about it. Everyone is prattling about that toxic soot from the factory. It's out there, behind the windows, everywhere. All this dirt and crime. It's a punishment. That's what it is. It's all about those damn children. You're a circus artist, all right. What? Look me in the eyes and listen to me. I'm going to give you medicine to protect you from microbes. Do you understand me? Are you a real medic? Can you really help me? So I wouldn't... Just don't touch me! Just stay indoors. Your nerves won't survive a trip outside, circus girl. I did all I could. Pardon me. We have some belongings to rummage through. Morphine, toast, candle stub. Candle stub and apple. Apple scrub name. Toast, candle, apple. There we go. Thank you very much. I won't be fully too hungry. Next up, Andre Stomatin. It's a straight shot, but will I be able to go for long enough without my immunity suffering? Will I have to eat a pill? There we go. Let's check the state of our stuff. The cloth mask, cloth gloves, and shoes. All doing bad. Can't spend too long in an infected district, or your shit gets broke.
Cats know the fact of the matter. Ignore when a fool comes to chatter.
Fancy meeting you here. Am I disturbing you? No, I'm content. As you can see, Khan has deigned to ask us for help. That's almost like admitting he's wrong. I'd never ask him for anything, however badly we needed it. Pride is more important. We can live without him. He can't live without us. As they say, QED. Is he a friend? My enemy? Mortal? That would be too strong a word, but fights happen, yes. When it all began, we fought until the first blood was drawn. There was a lot of spite. But why? Because of that stupid tower. It changes how they think, turns dreams real, imagine that. They're addicted to it. We, on the other hand, don't need it at all. We have our own world, no less perfect. We have our hearts and both feet planted firmly on the ground. We don't try to escape reality. Khan called us traitors, deserters. They can go blow their tower. I see. So what united you two? The House of Death? Have you heard the story? The candles that dawn the locked door? No. Things like what's happened yesterday and the day before, they never happened. People died, yes, but not like this. Death has come to town, and Death is quite a bird. A home bird, to be precise. So when he comes, he stays in an abandoned house. Even Death needs a place to rest. Death comes at midnight. That's when trouble starts. But if someone were to find his house before midnight, then either stay there until dawn or light candles inside, he'd be stalled. Also, you're supposed to become immortal, but I don't believe that last part. What do candles have to do with it? Who cares? You're asking like you honestly believe that bullshit. Light candles, scared death away. Light 9, become immortal. Right. Like the world works that way. And why are you planning to check this bullshit? When there's smoke, there's fire. Khan is right about this part at least. There's a grain of truth in any legend. To hell with old grudges for now. My scouts and I are looking for the House of Death today. We'll start with a crude sprawl. I have a hunch it's there, since your old man, since so many people died there, that's where Death must feel at home. You shouldn't go there, kids. The streets are dangerous. I'm not going to cower behind another man, and I want to show Khan the pedagogue how we do things down here. Let them hide in the tower. We'll do the work. I'll find it myself. Stay here.
We can hold our own. Let them try.
Yes, I know. We're supposed to stay indoors, and the tower's inhabitants do just that. I make sure my people follow the law, but I am Caspar Kane. Your laws don't apply to me. Wrong, they apply to everyone, leaders most of all. Who else is to risk their life but me? If you get sick, you'll bring the infection back in there with you. What were you thinking? Do you take me for an idiot or a negligent bastard? Those are my people, I'm responsible for them. If I get sick, I won't ever return, obviously. So what makes you think you'll notice immediately? I'll figure it out. I hate overconfident, bull-headed people. Excuse me, but why in the world should you care? I don't understand why you find it appropriate to pry into our affairs. I care about everything these days, such as a doctor's job in the days of an outbreak. We're enemies after a fashion. His stole and Han's against my dogheads, but we're negotiating an armistice now. If he lets go of his usual bullheadedness, it might happen. Are you happy now? Can we get back to our business? No, I'm not done yet. Do you know how my father died? No, not yet. I have a hypothesis, but it's too early to tell. I'll have to check. Check what? The hypothesis. The theory. The idea. Was I not sufficiently clear? It needs testing. If Nopkin stops playing the fool and sends a soul in a halves to search, maybe we can even do it tonight. Elaborate. No! I think you're too old to believe in fairy tales. A skeptic would only get in the way, so I won't even waste time explaining. But I do believe you. Now I do. And I'm coming with you.
Feeling. Bad grief now. Wasn't long ago he was on his knees begging before me.
Came here to have some fun, Sawbones. Plague is a time for feasts. So I hear you're an architect. Sure am. Have you seen the dancing bridge in the capital? Never been there. What a lout. Have you checked up on my brother yet? I have. I took care of him. Great job. Have a drink on me then. You know I'm not some handyman you have to bribe with booze. Take care of my brother, Doctor. If I kick the bucket, so be it, but my brother must survive. He is a genius. And you're not? I am the battering ram that clears his path. Me and him are perfect twins. All in all, you seem healthy. The judge will be pleased. Ay, ay, ay. I wonder if I return to Georgie and Big Vlad, let's see if I can get any money for helping them out.
The wretched creature is strong.
Bearcutter, you're a true heir to Isidore. You show it with alacrity with your deeds. You know the ties that bind the world. I just try to follow the lines. Any new thoughts on the contents of the Udha? No. My exhaustion quite high. Let's see the time. It's 7:27. There could be time to do stuff here and then take a nap. let's take a look at our thoughts. If I give an immunity booster to an inhabitant of an infected district, they have a higher chance to avoid infection. I cannot guarantee anyone full protection. Death has a home in the crew's sprawl. Khan does leave the tower sometimes, meaning one can only meet him when he chooses to be available. Noted. So there will be more to this storyline about the pocket full of herbs. And there will be more to this and to this. And this is the only pressing matter. Oh, what's this? Menhu knowledge. Now I can cure people with tinctures and store-bought medicine. 3 types of medicine are used to heal people: tinctures, painkillers, and antibiotics. Knowing the precise strain of the disease, I can give the patient the correct antibiotic. Tinctures hurt patients. When they're in too much pain, I can't figure out which of their layers is sick. Morphine can relieve a patient's pain. I made tinctures of all 3 colors. Time for diagnostics. Antibiotics lower the level of infection. A tincture is a mixture of water and herbs. I can boost someone's immunity with tinctures and store-bought pills. Tinctures are brewed from various herbs: Tfire, Svevery, Ashenfish, and Vidvip. Tinctures require clean water from barrels or fountains. Let's flop our mask and our boots.
Put my trust in paw, claw, and whisker. Not
Or
you,
perhaps take them back. They're liable to break. We've got monomycenium and ferromycenium.
Every Joker's one joke away from being a goner.
But fate deals a hand, and I say, the Joker is me. I don't need Twirine or Candlestub. Let's save. Time to see how Death makes a home for himself. Thank you very much. normal house behavior. Thimble will be useful. How much more useful than Unity, though? Looks like we'll find out. Lots of treats. I'm sure Death won't mind me taking all of his treats. What on earth does Death need? Kids.
I'm sorry about your father, Burak. He was a man of great humanity.
Huh. So you came here too? That's lucky. Something does feel off. I think there's someone else here beside us. Who? Perhaps it is Death himself. I never would have said this before, but everything happens. There's no one here but us. But stay here. I'll check.
There once was a man of great humour, who found he was dead of a tumour. But he woke up today, to his neighbour's dismay, and that of his cow once he took her.
So you're here, after all. Didn't I tell you not to come here? We're dead now. Do you think we'll get sick? We'll see. So what do we do? I don't know. I guess we can try lighting candles like in that urban legend of yours. Are you for real? The place will become less gloomy in the light. Lit a candle. Stupid idea, but it's the best I got. Spooky house. Uh-oh.
No time for rattling.
Indeed. Follow me. Not quite sure the mechanics of what gets done to you here. Made out like a bandit. Well enough, though. Your tray for candle stub. And hey, I've got a surplus of match. I accept your trade. I accept your trade. My bad lockpick for a more thing. Oh. I could have traded it all for the revolver ammo. More of it. Oh well. We're going to go to good night again. Hey. I know what's coming. Better make room. For you, Emshin, heart, liver, kidneys, they still smell of life. Why would I need these? Make potions, as your father. Cures from grief, poison, envy, aches. He made any cure when he had good meat. This is good meat. Take it. Only a Menghu can cut a body. Is there a Menghu around you? No, Yagachin. We have broken the law. Those who do not know the lines cannot cut bodies. We will give our lives, mine and Kuse, no others. But why? You do not need these, Yagashin. Real potions have meat unente. Herbs have borders. Your great father used more than herbs. He made cures from blood and flesh, from those alive. What kind of cures? Any kind. Cures for pain, cures for fever, cures for the inner fire, cures for all three layers of the body. Those who know the lines can cure any disease with guts and herbs. This is how the world works. So it's a universal method. Curious. These are a gift, so you don't risk your life. Don't cut the living unless there is need. Don't cut the dead unless there is need. Even if you're a good Menku, Bodo does not like it. Better we suffer than you. Bayala, I accept your gift and your sacrifice. Heart, blood, liver, kidney. Good night, everyone.